Good morning, dear students. Today we will do a poem from your book First Flight, poem number 6. It is Amanda. So, the poem Amanda is in the form of a conversation between a little girl and a grown up lady. The grown up lady, we presume that she is her mother or the governors. More probably, she is the mother. The poem is about child psychology. The girl in the poem is constantly nagged, constantly scolded by her mother for nail biting, for chocolate eating, and doing certain things and neglecting the other ones. But she does not pay any heed to the sayings of her mother. She is always lost in a world of dreams. What she wants? She only wants freedom and relaxation. She does not want that someone scolds her all the time. So, we come to the poem, page number 61. Amanda. Every child feels that he is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. This is the child's psychology. That child thinks that everyone scolds me, everyone forbids me not to do things according to own will. You too may feel that your freedom is curtailed, and I think you all feel this thing, that parents are always scolding us although they are your well-wishers. Your freedom is curtailed. Now what you have to do, write down some of the things you want to do, but your parents, elders do not allow you to. You want to do, for example, you want to see the TV late nights and your parents forbade you. At that time, you feel why they are creating a disturbance for us, why they are not allowing to us to do whatever we like. So, if you feel there are certain things which you want to do, but your parents forbid you to do, you have to write. To read the poem aloud, form pairs, each reading alternate stanzas. You are in for a surprise. This activity can't be done here. As you are staying at home, I can't make the groups here. So, I will read the poem for you and explain you. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. The first instruction, don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders. Hunch means don't bend. Don't bend your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching. Slouching means sitting in an idle way, sitting in an lazy way. Sit up straight. Don't bend your shoulders. Sit up straight, Amanda. So, mother is giving advice. She is worried about the posture and gestures of the daughter also. First thing, she forbids not to bite the nails. Secondly, she advises her, sit in the right posture, don't bend your shoulders, sit properly, sit straight. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant, soul means only, inhabitant, dweller, is me. Me is here for Amanda, for the girl. A mermaid. Mermaid is a sea creature moving very happily. You can say Matsya Kanya, the upper part of mermaid is of a woman and the lower part of a fish. So, mermaid is symbolized here as a symbol of freedom and wonder. You can say Jalpari, sea creature. Here the girl does not give any answer to her mother. She is lost in her own thoughts. What she is dreaming? That there is a languid. Languid means very calm. Emerald means green. That she is in a calm green sea, and she is the only inhabitant. She is only swimmer. She is only the dweller in the sea. What she thinks? That she is a mermaid drifting. Drifting here means moving blissfully. Blissfully means very happily. So she has not given any response. She is in her dreams and she thinks that she is a mermaid and she is moving very happily in the green sea. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Now again the mother is speaking. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room? Tidy here means clean. What are the questions? Have you completed your homework? Have you cleaned your room? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. She again puts a question. I have also told you to clean your shoes also. So again the mother is asking certain questions. But in the next passage, again girl is not giving any response. What she is thinking? I am an orphan. I am an orphan. She thinks I don't have any parents. I am orphan. I have lost my parents. Roaming the street. What I am doing? Roaming here means wandering. She thinks that I am wandering in the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. Hushed here means quiet. Pattern means making designs. What she thinks? That I am orphan, I am barefooted and I am moving in the streets and I am making patterns of dust with my feet. The silence is golden. This silence is like gold for me. Why she thinks so? Because no one is there. She considers herself orphan. Mother is not there, father is not there, no one is there. So she feels that this silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. I am free to move anywhere, no one is there to forbid me for any of the thing. Don't eat that chocolate. Now again the mother is giving advice. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne. Acne here stands for the pimples. Amanda, will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? Now the mother is also in a irritating mood. She says, will you answer me? Will you say anything to me? And she also forbids her not to eat the chocolates, as she is also worried about the physical appearance of her daughter. She is worried about that if she takes chocolates, it will give rise to the problem of pimples also. I am Rapunzel. Rapunzel is a fairy princess. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil. Tranquil here means very peaceful and rare. Rare means unique. I shall certainly never let down my bright hair. I will not keep my hair loose. Now again she is silent, no response from her side. She considers herself that I am a fairy princess named Rapunzel. Rapunzel was a fairy princess and she was locked in a high tower by a witch, and she has to face many problems because of her long hair. Many people tried to meet her or visit her, and the witch observed all these things and punished her many times. What she is here saying that I am dreaming myself as a fairy princess. I have no care. I will remain in the high tower very peacefully, and there I will have no care, and I will remain there in a unique manner, in a peaceful manner. But on the same time, what she assures that I will certainly never let down my bright hair. I will not keep my bright hair open, because she does not want that she may face the problems like that very fairy princess named Rapunzel. Stop that sulking. Sulking here means looking angry at once, Amanda. Again the mother is saying, stop looking angry. Amanda, you are always so moody. Amanda, anyone would think I nag. Nagged here means scolded at you, Amanda. Being a part of the society, being a social member, mother is very concerned that don't remain in an angry mood, give me response. If you will remain like this, what the people will think? The people will think I always scold you, I nag you. So she is trying her level best that girl may inculcate the good habits in her, and she may give response to what I am advising. This was the thought of the mother. So today I will give you homework on the basis of an extract. You can take the last stanza, extract based questions. So your extract, you can take last 4 lines, begin it from stop that, stop that, and continue it up to you, Amanda. These 4 lines and questions on based on it I am giving you. Question number 1. Is Amanda really sulking? Question number 2. Why does the speaker call her moody? Question number 3. Why does the speaker care for others? Question number 4. Give the word from the passage, give the word from the passage which means as unstable. So, go through the last passage, answer these 4 questions in your notebooks. That is all for today. Have a nice day.